Harry Potter special! Harry Potter special! Yeah, boy! What? Wicka wicka what? Wicka wicka what? Okay, I'm done. Okay, okay. Yeah, Harry Potter special what? Special what? Okay, it's Eden, bitch. What? Okay, I'm really done. I really need to stop. Okay. Okay, this is Harry Potter Eden, right? But it's new this time. It's different. It's sexier. Okay, right? So this is called The Victim, right? And this is Lucius. Oh, chicka wow what? Oh, so cool. Okay, I'm done. Anyways, yeah, so author's note. Author's note, right? Where is this coming from? Okay. This is so My Immortal right now, except for it's really written well, so it's not My Immortal, but oh my god, My Immortal, right? Okay. What is this thing doing? Okay. Okay, should I read this in an English accent? No, I just mock her. I'm not gonna mock you. Don't worry. I'm totally cool like that. Okay. One thing has to be made clear. Although this piece of writing is to do with Eden, a side order, if you will, it is in no way a real part of the story. I wrote this a long time ago, while I was still writing chapter 14, in fact. It was an exercise for me, so that I could get into Lucius's motives and viewpoint clear in my head. At that point, they were very unclear, even to me. Consequently, this piece of writing is short, random, and completely nonsensical, mainly because it has not really intended. It was only really intended as a sort of brainstorm for me. Nonetheless, I've rediscovered it, and the other day, and while I was clearing out my files, and thought it might as well be posted in here, and then take it down again after about a fortnight. This is a random musing from Lucius's viewpoint. It takes place about chapters 11 to 14. Chapter 46 of Eden should take me about a month. She's still in chapter 46. That is so awesome. Okay, I'm done. I'm also writing up an OOPTP. I don't know what that is. Parody. And I'm beginning a new chaptered fic, which I might start posting after I finished Eden. Estragon. It'd be better if we parted. Vladimir. You always say that, and then you come crawling back. Estragon. The best thing you would do would be to kill me, like the other. Vladimir. What other? There's a pause. What other? Like billions of others. Samuel Beckett, waiting for Godot. Of all the things that gall me, but that infuriating my blood, it's her eyes that never ceased to make me almost choke in my own rage. Why does she stare at me so? Why does she flick those damn eyes of hers upon me so willingly? She knows what she's doing. The devilish creature. She knows that I can't bear it. And yet, she does just continue to stare, even after repeating. As if she knows that her eyes appall me even more when they're wet than when they're dry. Ha! As if she has any knowledge of me whatsoever. She claims to. It's the only thing that's kept her sane, I think. The bizarre notion that she knows me. The real me. The real me. What a joke. The whole situation has all been made of a farce. What? And the whole situation has all the makings of a farce. I must be rid of her. If only he would listen. But I must not question his judgment. This is a test, and one that I must endure, if I am fully to regain his favour. After all, it's not as if she is worth. It's not as if she is the worst punishment I've ever been inflicted with. To ask about a forced union with a mudblood should barely register with me. She is cunning. I'll give her that much. She must know the effect her pleas have. If she were to fight me with brazen, hard-faced defiance, or conversely, if she were to cower and weep with submission, and things would be simpler. But she knows the exact combination of attributes to strive for in order to draw my unwavering attention. Abhorrent defiance, pitiful weakness, and delicious fear come together within her gaze. It is a strange fusion, and yet it is a precious one. It is not something I've had much time to decipher with any of my previous prisoners of mine. A fallible spirit fighting to regain its grip on itself while the bodies and mind are mercilessly crushed to death. By God, I hate her. Another thing about her I cannot endure. Her scent. By all rights, she should smell like dirt. She should be rank, offensive to the senses, like the filth that she is. But she is not. She's clean. She smells clean, like fresh linen or something similar. I do not know. I have not covered it so much. I have not considered it so very much. Sometimes I allow my thoughts to drift towards her, I will admit. As I relax in my room in the evening, I lift a drink to my lips, and the warmth of the liquid will pull me in mind of her. No, not in that way. Of course not. Her blood alone makes her unworthy of such a notion. Besides, there's nothing special about her. Not when you compare her to my wife, my sister-in-law. To the countless of beautiful purebloods I've encountered over the years. How can she compare to them? With her hair and her face. But the eyes. That is where the problem resides. What is it about them? They are dark. They are not especially beautiful. I cannot name what it is that lingers there, catches me like a hook. I do not think about the rest of her, or if I do, my thoughts drift away like dust. They are too dangerous to linger on. I have seen her unclothed twice now, once in my own violation, though I had no intention of touching her. But how she did squirm as I held her beneath me. I only wished to show her how inappropriate wizarding robes are for the filth like her. But she did writhe so, with such palpable fear in those infernal eyes. Fear. I terrify her. Does that give me satisfaction? Once I thought that it did, but the victory has proved to be strangely akin to flat champagne. She detests me, as I do her. Why does that thought linger in the back of my mind, like an itch I cannot scratch? If I detest her, then why do I balk? She returns the favour. It is insolence on her part. What right does she have to detest me, her superior in every way? How dare she? But I cannot forget the look of horror in her eyes when I foolishly decided to play that game with her. That was rash of me, I'll admit it, but I could not endure the suggestion that I might have considered dirtying my hands on her. I wished only to teach her a lesson. I would never have taken it further than I did. Never. All the same, her horror was palpable. Why does it astonish me? After all, it's not as she would be willing. That thought prickles me more than I care to admit. Bella's right, I should dispose of her. She never fails to whisper the suggestion to me, pouring her poison in my ear in bed. The Dark Lord never need know. You would slash her wrist and claim she did it herself. How useful could she possibly really be, Lucius? You've said countless times how you long to be rid of her. Infuriating woman. She has no idea of the mudblood's significance. All she takes into consideration is her exulting jealousy of the girl less than half her age. Unlike the mudblood, her selflessness could be the one infallible thing about her. The amount of time she wastes in fear for others rather than for herself. To waste, in a way. I often wonder what she could have become with a brain and a spirit like hers, if she were not for that fundamental weakness of altruism. And her blood, of course. Her filthy muggle blood. Nonetheless, she's dangerous. And I have an awful suspicion that she's becoming slowly aware of the threat she could pose if she were to put her mind to it. That's assuming I were weak enough to fall for the bait, which, thank God, I am not. I do have my pride, unlike Antonin, who follows her around like a dog in heat, the idiot. He knows full well that the Dark Lord will not find out what one of the servants has tainted himself with him. He knows full well that the Dark Lord will do if he finds out that one of his servants has tainted themselves with a muggle. Excuse me. Not that Anton will ever get her hands on her. His hands on her, that is. I will not allow it. Not that it's jealousy I feel, but I don't like that other people laying claims over my possessions. That's the absolute and complete definition of jealousy, you stupid fuck. Okay, I'm sorry. It's a matter of pride. Nothing more. No. I won't allow her to claim victory over me. I have not worked tirelessly for my whole life for my cause, only to have her unravel everything now. Besides, she's just a child. My son's schoolfellow, for God's sake. The mind of a fully educated witch in the body of a 17-year-old muggle. Quite a perverse combination, when you think about it. But what's the point? She is young, weak, silly, naive. She has nothing to offer me. Surely no more than countless purebloods of nothing, of noble bearing, and nothing exquisite beauty could offer. I'm sorry, surely no more than countless purebloods of noble bearing and exquisite beauty could offer. And I'm sure that if I wished for her, which I most certainly do not, then I could have what I wanted with the mere snap of my fingers. After all, it's not as if consent would be an issue for me. I had always had what I wanted, regardless of the consequences. I take what I wish for, even if it is not for me to take. I just do not wish it for her. That is all that stands in my way. My lack of interest, not her. That is my only obstacle. But then, that's so much of a lie. It's not really all that stands in my way. If it was, I would have just had her and been done with it. But I would claim, like, ultimate conquest. I would claim that my ultimate conquest of her mind, body, and soul. It'd be all too easy. If it were not for her blood. And the fact, of course, and the fact is, I'm a Malfoy. Mudblood, I almost said it. I am not used to being refused, not by anybody. Especially not by uppity mudbloods. And there's an insult to my honor. What is a mudblood made of that? It is inconceivable. Is it possible? No, surely not. I must admit this. I must. I await the day that he finally grants me favor by disposing of her. In the meantime, I must suffer her presence, and do my best to ignore her. If he turns those infuriating eyes on me one more time, I'll tear them out of her head with my bare hands.